Okay. Gabriel started live streaming. I think that was the okay. That's nice. So how many? We have 11 people. I will start. Once is 5 minutes past. Oh, good afternoon. Please, can I get an extension? You talk to admin if you want an extension. An extension. This is admin. Yeah, talk to admin. Olamilekan. Roof. The assignment has not been graded. All assignments. I believe all assignments this weekend. Then I believe the next one should drop this weekend as well. As well. Okay, so today we'll be looking at designing for different screens. Let me share my screen. And then let me just comment. Okay, let me share let me share my old window. I think that experience will be better. Let me share my old window so everyone's have to start. Uh, this is what you can you guys see my screen? Hello? Please, I need confirmation. Can you guys hear me?
I
Yes,
can I
we
can
can hear
hear
you.
you, but I can't see your screen yet.
I can see your screen there, sir.
That was because I went back to sleep. Okay, so I'm sharing my entire window. This is what you guys designed, right?
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. So today we'll be looking at designing for different screens. You get when you're designing, how do you design? You get a, you're working on a project. Yeah, it's a website, of course. Do you just pick a particular frame size? Let me go to Figma. You just pick a particular frame size and then you I was checking was it Adewale's design. These are Adewale's design,
Yeah.
right? Okay. Then I don't want that notification. Let me change my privacy. Okay, yeah, so you've decided that you'll be working on you've decided that it's a website, that's the solution you'll be providing. So do you just design for a particular screen size, like all the pages, just pick a particular screen size, the home page, the about page, and all that, and then you feel you are done. You just design the different pages, and then you feel you are done with your design. So that's what we're looking at today. We call it responsive design. So let me go back to the page or the website that you guys designed, and then let me show you what responsive design means. Okay, hi. You guys can see my screen, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Did you just see what I did now? Did you see what's happening?
Yeah.
What? Who is talking? What's happening? Can you tell me what's happening?
Um the page is being adjusted based on as the page is being adjusted, the elements in the page is also moving somewhat,
Moving.
or getting aligned as much as the page is being adjusted. So
Oh, thank you very much. That's Collins, right? Who else? Who else? What's happening? Who else? What's happening?
He's moving from desktop mode to mobile mode. I mean mobile view.
Yeah, I'm moving from what's happening. Happen when I switch from desktop to tablet and then from tablet to uh, take your mic. Can you guys hear me? Someone, you said you can't hear me. Can you guys hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you now,
Yes,
sir.
we can hear you now.
Please, when you speak, unmute your mic, and then when you are done, just mute your mic so we can hear ourselves. So, what is happening here is what we call responsive design. You get when you're working on a product or you're working on a design, people will view your designs or people will view the final product from different screen sizes. If it's a website, there are different screen sizes for desktop, and then you are not the one that will determine which of the screen sizes of the desktop that people will be using to access the website. You get, of course, I said we started with 1440. You get, there are desktop sizes that are bigger than or that are wider than 1440. You get, so how do you ensure that, irrespective of the device size that users will be accessing your product from, how do you ensure that your design fits well to it? So that's what is happening here. So irrespective of the device screen sizes, as I'm changing it here, everything fits well and they can use it. They have a better experience. They have the right kind of experience that they should be having. There are some websites I can give you for now that if you switch from desktop to mobile, it's it doesn't fit. You get, so, but then as a designer, you need to ensure that irrespective of the screen sizes that users will be accessing your website from, you get, as a designer working with developers, you get, it's not your design that the uh, access is the product itself. That's the final product that the access itself. So how do you ensure that irrespective of the screen sizes, uh, it fits well and then they have the kind of experience that they should have. And then very quickly, one thing I feel we haven't taught you guys, I think type scale. How do you determine the sizes that you should use for your heading, for your headline, for your subheading, for the body text as well, and then some smaller texts. How do you determine those sizes? While I wouldn't be telling you that, I would just give you a clue on how you can get such sizes from live sites, sites that have been developed, sites that are out there, good sites. that you feel you want to copy their style. You get uh an extension. I hope you guys can see the whole my whole window. You guys can see my extension, right? Please, I need confirmation. I hope you guys can see the whole window. You guys can see my extensions.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So, Font Ninja is one extension that you can use to get the sizes of the text elements that are used in live design. So, all you just need to do is, if you're using Chrome, install the extension on your browser or on your Chrome, and then activate it. So you just need to wait for it to come up, and then once it's up, just over your cursor on the text element. You want to get the idea of the typeface that is used. As you can see, the typeface that is used there is Poppins, and then the size is 92. The line height as well is given there, which is 92 as well. Why the spacing, the text spacing is minus 4.6. Why the color as well is given as well. Let's go to another one. This is another one. Inter for the subheading here, and then that's the size. So you can, some of you have submitted. I was seeing some different sizes. Yes, I know we haven't taught you skills that's how to determine the sizes that you should use in your design. So this is like a shortcut for you guys. So you can go to any website, ensure your the plugin, the extension, sorry, ensure the extension, Font Ninja.
Sir, please, how do you get this thing, sir?
How did I get what?
The extension, like how you got to
I just,
know about the font, the text they use.
I just explained it now. Who can help? I just explained that now. I said
So
if you're using Chrome, go to extension and then manage extension and then add extension. You get discover extension. So this is where you look for extensions. Although you can put it in your Google, just put it in Google. Like you can just put it in your Google search, Font Ninja extension. Have you seen Font Ninja extension? It will take you back to where you can get the extension and then add it to Chrome. I have it in Chrome already. You get, that's why it's telling me to remove. So you just need to add it to your Chrome. You get, once it has been added to your Chrome, go to the website that you want to check the typography. First, you want to know the typeface that they are using, and also to give you an idea of to give you information about the size, the line height, the letter spacing, and then the color as well. So you just need to go to extension here and then turn it on. So once it's on, you just need to over your mouse on the text and then to give you those informations as well on the bottom as well. As much anywhere there's text on the browser, or you get anywhere there is text on the browser, it will give you those information. So I believe you can use that to improve on your designs. I know you've submitted already, but then you can still use it to improve on your designs. You get, so that is that, by the way. This is not why we are here today. I just needed to ship that in. You get, so I already mentioned, I already demonstrated what responsive design is. That's crafting the user experience, crafting responsive user interface that seamlessly adapts to, of course, users will be viewing your website, especially if it's a website. Users will be viewing your website from different devices. And then I said, and even the desktop have different sizes of the screen. The tablet have different sizes. Your mobile phone are of different sizes you get, and then this is the screen as well of different sizes. So how do you ensure that your designs fit well across all these screen sizes? So this is what we'll be looking at today. Any question before we move on? Any question? So why responsive design matters? Why responsive design matters? I already said the baseline. I already said it already. Why does responsive design matter? Of course, the basic is on the baseline. You want your design to fit well, or you want your product to fit well across the different screen sizes that people will be accessing it from your website. For example, people will be accessing your website from different device screen sizes. You get the desktop, they'll be accessing it from different design screen sizes. The some people will be using tablets and then the mobile phones as well. So on the baseline, that is why responsive design matters. And then that is not just the reason why you design for responsive design. One thing is Google, your search engine. If your design is well responsive, it will rank it better on the Google search engine. That's for the digital marketing. But then as a designer, you should know that as well. It would your design will your products as a website will rank better on the Google search engine. I don't want to go to the details of ranking on Google search engine, but then on the baseline, what that means is when somebody is searching for information concerning what you have on your website, you search for information on websites, of course, on the Google search engine or any search engine for that matter, you see different links and then different websites you get. So for yours to rank better on the Google search engine, which is at the top, you need to ensure that responsive design is one of the things that helps as well. So other things are increase user engagement. Of course, if your website is responsive, users will find it easy to use and then engage with it. How I wish I could get a website that is not responsive. I don't know. I don't know. Is Mujib online? I just want to show you the difference. I don't really know. How I wish I could get you a design that is not responsive. Uh, okay, yeah, all my designs are responsive. I was looking at giving you one that I coded, but most of them are responsive. But then I will still, what I will do is I will check and then see if I can send links to some websites that are not responsive to you. So, another important why responsive design matter higher conversion rate. Of course, if people are able to use your website well across different devices, that means they'll be able to do whatever it is that they want to do. It gets, and then that's always your what do they call it now? Your KPIs when you are setting KPIs. Of course, we'll cover KPIs when we start the UX part of design. It gets what do you want people to do on your website? What are the key performance indicators you get for your website for your any product that you are pushing out in the market? So if your design is responsible, of course they will be able to users will be able to use it well, and then being able to use it well means they have good experience on it, and then they're able to perform the action if it's an e-commerce website. Some of the KPIs is buying products that you have on your website. If your website is well responsive, then users will be able to complete such actions and then improve SEO, I explained that already. That's search engine optimization. That was the first thing I explained. That if your website is well responsive, of course it will be favored by Google. It will be favored by not just Google, any search engine, and then it will rank it well in search results. If people are looking for information concerning what you have on your website, of course, and then your website is responsive, well, people, the search engine will rank it well in search results. Ranking it well will mean putting it at the top of any search results you get. So those are some of the reasons why you need to ensure that your designs are responsive. And then being responsive means designing for different screen sizes first, and then give it into the developer to code it. Any questions so far? And then for further reading, I have some that you can read on responsive design. Tools that you can read on responsive design. So any questions so far? Any question? Can you guys hear me? I know you guys are typing. I'm not seeing your messages. Just almost.
Yes, we can hear you.
Any questions? Okay, I'll assume there are no questions. Moving on, the challenges of responsive design, of course, designing for diverse screen sizes, resolutions, and then input require innovative solutions. Uh, First, one of the main challenge of responsive design will be uh, what are the screen sizes that you should design for? You get it's not enough that you say we have desktop, we have tablets, and then we have laptops, and then we have smartphones. All these devices are of different screen sizes, they vary widely. So which one should you be designing for? So that's one of the challenges for responsive design. Of course, the resolution as well, ensuring that as you design, especially as you move down across the screen sizes, as you go to smaller screens, you get is your are your designs, are they showing better? Are the elements of your designs, especially the text elements, are they showing better? Are the images as well, the icons that you use on the design, are they displaying better? So that's what the resolution is. Are they of higher resolution? So you need to ensure that you test all that as you move, especially to smaller screen sizes. And of course, the input method for desktop screen sizes, the input method is or the interaction method is a little different compared to uh, the tablets and then the mobile. So be conscious of that. We use mouse on desktop. We don't use mouse on mobile. So you need to ensure that you put that into consideration as you move from desktop screen sizes of your design to uh, mobile. You need to ensure that everything is well taken care of. We'll be doing hands on, and then I'll be demonstrating as well. Eh, okay, let me go back. Okay, I've closed that website. So let me get back. Where's the website now? Try forward. Pay for me. One thing I will want you to take note. Okay, let's go back to the responsive view now. Let me show you something before we go back. Okay, sorry, this website does not have a top menu. Yes, this website does not have a top menu. Let's go to Embed. I think Embed has a top menu. Yes, let us go to Embed. Let's open Embed. Design website itself. And then let me just show you some things. Yeah, as you can see, this is Embed design website. One thing you need to take note of, look at the top section, the nav section here, nav section, the navigation elements here as text here. But then let's go to the responsive view and then let's see what's happening. As you can see, the text element has been hidden. Why? Because one of the disadvantages or one of the challenges with uh smaller screens or responsive screens are we don't have much space to design for. Because of that, you need to manage the small space that you have. Again, so that's one of the challenges of designing for smaller screen or when you designing for smaller screens, you get so we don't have much space. So going back to what I was saying, the navigation element has been hidden. So you need to be conscious of that. You get you will not try to lay out all the navigation when you have a smaller screen or as the screen size decreases, you put it behind. You see how you can hide it behind other elements. And a good example of this is hiding it behind the hamburger menu. We have it here, but it's just hidden behind the hamburger menu. It gets you know it gets hidden behind a drop down. It gets so you need to be conscious of that you are designing. So moving on. Any question so far? So that those are some of the challenges when you are designing for responsive design. Those are some of the challenges of responsive design. You need to be conscious. We have different screen sizes, so you need to be conscious of the screen sizes that you should be designing for. Which are the major screen sizes that you should focus on? The resolution. You need to ensure that the sizes as well, especially for the text elements, they appear well, especially for smaller screens. You get, and of course, the input method as well. Uh, you have, as the screen size decreases, like as you go down in terms of the size of the screen, you have less space to design for. And then some elements, you need to uh, hide some elements behind other elements you get. So you need to be conscious of all these things. So moving on, when you are designing, this is one. Okay, there are a lot of things I don't agree with design. That doesn't mean it's not wrong. That was just my own preferences, or that was just my own preference. So when you're designing, you've decided that the solution you want to create is a website. You get you want to design a website for it's on the road. Can you move your mic, please? Please move your mic. Oh. So when you okay, yeah, thank you very much. So when you've decided that you want to design a product, ideally you should start from the smallest screen size you get. You should start from the smallest screen size and then design upward. You get. I want to design a website now. Ideally, I should start from the smallest screen size, mobile first, and then I move to tablets, and then I move to desktop. you get. So that is the convention. That is how it should flow. You get, and then why is that so? So that you can prioritize the main feature. What are the most important things? Because on mobile, like I said, one of the challenges of mobile is the real estate. You don't have much space that you can play around with. That you can just throw in elements. So you need to prioritize the most important elements that should be on the interface. You get, those are what you will be putting on the screen. And then progressively enhance, add features and layouts to improve the add features and layouts improvement for larger screen. Of course, as we go up in terms of the screen sizes, as the screen sizes as your as the screen sizes uh as we move from smaller screen sizes to bigger screen sizes, of course, we can then begin to add more features. And then one of the importance of this is that when you design for mobile first, you put the most important elements. Meaning we don't just put every and anything on the screen. Like look at my beautiful presentation now. All these decorations. When it comes to mobile, you wouldn't have such.
You follow that.
Is it me? I guess you didn't get that. So I was saying, okay. I was making an example of this my presentation. When it comes to mobile, you wouldn't even have like enough space to put like any relevant elements. Like you just feel like putting for decoration and putting for putting sake. You don't get to you don't get the opportunity to do that because the screen sizes are smaller. So, and then one of the advantages is that to ensure that your content is well optimized. You get, because they are just the basic elements. They are just the most important elements that you need or that the product need. You get, so those are the things that you put on the mobile screen design. But then as you move up, you can then begin to introduce some other elements. I can show you some website that I built. Like I have a particular section. Let me see if it's still live. A particular section. I have uh images. I have like three images there. I have like three images on that section. But then as I move down to mobile, I have to hide some of the images. I have to like hide one of the images because one, it's not necessary, and two, there's no space. But then on desktop, on the larger screen size, of course, there's enough space for me to add one more image. That's why I did that. Let me just see if I can get it live. If it has not been moved, let me just see if I can get just give me a moment. So any questions so far? Sure. So does anybody have any question while I prep that? Any question so far?
So I would like to ask,
Yeah, I can hear you.
okay, thinking about it, if we start from a small screen, will that not limit what we are going to think about to put in the design? Because if we have in our head that, oh, we'll be designing for a small screen first, we might not want to think too much about things that we can like put inside the design, because we want to design for a small screen. Then if we now start to design for a bigger screen, though, it doesn't, it really not get like overwhelming to start now thinking too much about other things to add when we've already started the design?
Yeah, thank you very much. That is a good question. Of course, the idea of starting first with a mobile screen is just for you to put only the important thing that the products need or that the design need only. So that's the main idea of mobile first. Yes, that's the main idea of mobile first. Why are you designing for mobile first? You want to ensure that only the important thing that the design need is what you put in the design.
All
There
right,
is no
sir.
need
All
for
right, sir.
extra stuff. As you go on, as the screen size increase, especially in terms of width, you get is wider now, and then you can okay, oh there's wider screen. Okay, what can I put for this? Yes, when you're on mobile, put only the important thing.
All
So
right,
that's
sir.
the
Thank you.
idea for the mobile first. Any other question? Any other question? Thank you very much, Collins. Okay, yeah, this is the website. Let me which part of the website. I think it's our story. Yeah, I think it's our story. I think yeah, I think it's our story. No, this blog. How many minutes do I have more? Okay, yeah, look at this website now. If you check on mobile, this image, of course, on desktop, I have enough screen size in terms of width. I added both images. But when I went to mobile, I had to hide one. I had to hide this one. Let me check. Did you see it? Did you take notes? Let me. Did you take notes? Did you see it?
Yes.
Yes, we can see it.
One is
Yes, we
because
can
me
see
trying to
it.
boot does not really make sense as such. One, and then I don't have more space. Like, and then it does not even make sense adding trying to add both images. You get so I have to like just hide one. Like I just have to like sacrifice this one. It's not necessary that it should be there. The whole idea is still the concept is still straightforward. So those are some of the things that you need to take note of when designing for when working on a responsive design. You get so those are some of the things that you need to take note of. And then I think okay, I need to share first. What's happening? So let's move on. And then things you need to take note of flexible layouts when when you want to work on responsive design. I don't know why my screen is sharing like this. I don't like this. What did I do? Just give me a moment, please. I don't like my screen is sharing like this. What did I do wrong? Just give me a moment. I want a bigger screen size. You can tell window or sharing comes out. I don't like that. Okay, so let me go back to. Okay, yeah. See, this is better. So, how do you set up the layout for when you're considering responsive view? Some of the things that you need to take note of are fluid grid, setting up a fluid grid. What does a fluid grid means? When you have your layouts like the graph, or when you have your layouts like the graph, you divide the screens into grids. You get such that as the screen sizes reduces, elements on the right side falls under falls under each other. You get when you have a particular section, elements under will fall under each other. Can I demonstrate that? What can I use to demonstrate that now? Which website should I use? Okay, let's go to Topica. What is it called? That website that you guys redesigned or that you guys used to practice. Tredford. The way the grid system works is or the way the fluid grid system work is okay, you have elements on each side, but then as the screen size reduces, let me reduce my entire window here. As the screen size reduces, come outside now. Then Windows don't want to come out. Okay, let me use the in browser responsiveness. So as the screen size reduces, where are you now? Are you not responsive again? Then so as the screen size reduces, elements on the right side of the screen they fall under you get. So that's basically what uh fluid grid means. This okay, yeah. So if a website is not responsive, I believe this website is responsive, it's just the browser acting up. If a browser is not responsive, this is an example of what you get. I hope you guys understand. This is an example of what you get if the website is not responsive. As the screen size reduces, it doesn't break, it doesn't fit well. You get into the screen sizes, and then the user will now start to move their browser and the screen to either side. But then talking about the fluid grid system, did you notice what happened here? 10 non-codes came under. So that's a demonstration of the fluid grid. You get it was on a bigger screen or on a larger screen size. They are all on the same roll. But then as the screen size reduces, it gets it falls under. As it reduces more, the 12 weeks training should go down as well. It's not, it's not working well. But then I believe this website is responsive. Uh it's just the browser that is acting up on. But then that's how it works. But and then this is a demonstration of a website that is not responsive. If the website is not responsive, this is what you get. You get just something like this. And then in some cases, the text will be either very small or very big, like it was not set at all. So and then just imagine your website is now like this. Do you think anybody would come and then still try to use your website? They will leave your website almost immediately. You get so that is need to take note of that when you are designing for responsive view. Hope you guys can see my screen, right? I'm still sharing my screen. Please, I need confirmation. Hope you guys can see my screen. So that I just explain the
Yes, yes, sir.
fluid grid means. You get our elements on the farther right side. If you are designing a product for people that read from left to right, you get so element on the right side falls downward or before you list them down as the screen size reduces. So, of course, what the breakpoint means, mainly is what are the different screen sizes that you'll be designing for. Let me just show you. I think I have one here. It's something I want to share with you guys. Yeah, so most likely we're going back to my Figma workspace as well. Of course, we'll be coming back here. Add. Where are you? No, this is not that. I want to place an image. I don't know why that image did not place like that. It should place like that. Using documents. So breakpoints. This is what breakpoints is. Yes, web breakpoints. Of course. Remember what I told you about the different screen sizes. Look at the laptop. 1440. They still use 144 for the desktop, but I believe if you check here, we have two variations. In short, we have more than two for desktop. For the MacBook here, this is the screen size, especially the width. 1280, another one two, and then bigger ones as well, 1728. So you need to take note of that. For the tablet as well, look at they use two variations for the tablet here. Um, and then for the mobile, and then one thing I did not mention the last time is for the mobile, you need to take note of not just the portrait view. Somebody can decide to view your website in landscape mode. So you need to ensure that uh, you put that into consideration when you are designing as well. How do your website look on the landscape mode, not just on the uh, portrait view as well. For the tablet as well, you need to ensure that you put this into consideration. So I will just leave this element here. I believe we'll be getting, how many minutes do I have more? I still have like 30 something minutes, right? This class is supposed to be for 1 hour 30 minutes. And then so moving on, that's for the breakpoints. So what else do we have here? Of course, responsive images as well. You need to ensure that as you move from desktop to mobile, you need to ensure that the images that you use on your website, what's that error? You need to ensure that the images you use on your website uh, they are well optimized, and also the parts that you want users to show. So let's assume for the responsive view, this image is now small like this. This is still showing the parts of the image that you want to show. You need to take note of that. Let's assume this is the part that we're trying to show. For the user, you need to ensure that the image is well optimized as we move down from bigger screen size to smaller screen size. Then I'm still supposed to come to Figma. And then let me just rush this presentation, and then we can go to Figma and then do the responsive design on Figma, and then not just talk. And then adaptive styling, use okay, yeah, there's a difference between for the adaptive styling, there's a difference between a responsive design and what's itself. I believe I added the information here because that's why I added it for that reading. I'll just encourage you to read further on this. That's why I added the link to the article. But then when it comes to adaptive styling, I guess they were comparing using media query. That's for the developer. I don't think you should worry yourself much about media query. You just need to have an idea of what media query is. And the media query is okay as a designer, you set okay, media query as a designer, those are your breakpoints that you set for your design. But then for the developer, how do they set these breakpoints? That is the media query. You get after they've designed or after they've coded for the desktop screen sizes, for the desktop screen view, to move down to smaller screen sizes, like okay, they want to move to the tablet 834. It is the media query that they will set. You get, so you need to, and then the media query for you as a designer is the breakpoint. Why for the developer? That is what they use. You get. Let me just show you. Do I still have that here? Okay, my chat is still here. Let me just show you here. Have you seen media query? Use media query to adjust your type scale for different screen sizes. You get, that's for the developer. You are not a developer. But then what media query means for you is the width or the breakpoints that you set as a designer. You get, how will they adjust it as a developer? You get, look at they need to adjust for 1 200 pixel in terms of width. Another one adjust for smaller screen size 600. You get, and then it goes like that. So that is what media query is. You get, I hope you guys understand what media query is. Are you guys with me? I hope you guys understand what media query is. My voice is sounding dull. Jeez. No, I'm trying to scream. Yeah. Okay, just I'll do better. Okay, yeah. So that was what. Remember, media query is the breakpoint for you as a designer. Why for the developer? Those are the that's how they set for the different screen sizes. They call it media query. And then the orientation, I said I mentioned about the orientation already for 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 the mobile view. You don't just design for the portrait view. You need to consider the landscape view, and of course for the tablet device as well. You need to consider how does your design look on the landscape mode as well. And then I mentioned the input, the different input method, and then uh the interaction mode or the how do you interact for the different screen sizes. You don't use mouse for mobile. You get then to touch, so you need to ensure that you put this into consideration when you are designing. Of course, keyboard as well for the way keyboard works on desktop and then on mobile. They it's different. You get, for the desktop you have this keyboard device externally, while for the mobile is on the screen. You get, so how will your design look when the keyboard is out? You need to put that into consideration as well. And then touch friendly interaction, that's especially for mobile view. Of course, I said first you should be designing for the smallest screen size. So you need to ensure that for the mobile view, your elements, especially interaction elements like the menu, like your buttons, what again, your links, especially links that takes you to places either that takes you to different parts of the website. You need to ensure that they are big and large enough for people to for your users to interact with. You get your hamburger menu. You need to ensure that they are large enough for users to interact with. Of course, spacing as well. Your spacing is very important, either on desktop, on mobile, or desktop. You need to ensure that you need to ensure that you add a ample space. You don't add too much space, and then you don't add little space. You need to ensure that your space is in just enough, and then the natural movements. How do people interact on the mobile device? You need to put that into consideration, and then those are what we call gestures. Gestures you get for the mobile screen size. What are the things? How do users interact with the mobile screen size? Of course, the tap, the swipe, the pinch you get. So those are the different ways people or users interact with the mobile device that is not available for the desktop. You don't swipe on desktop. You don't pinch on desktop. You get. Most times you don't tap. Okay. You click on desktop. You don't tap. You get, except you're using a touch screen. You get, except you're using a touch screen. That's where you tend to tap. Like, but on desktop you click. Use your mouse to click compared to the mobile. So you need to put all this into consideration of, and of course, feedback. How do when users interact with your design on mobile? Are you giving them enough feedback based on what based on the actions that they have performed? So you need to put that into consideration. And then this is my conclusion. I believe we should just check the conclusion. Any question before we move to? I know I have less than I have like 30 minutes. So any question before I demonstrate this? I did not just want to talk like, okay, let's demonstrate how do we design, how do we bring our design from desktop to tablets to mobile. So I just want to demonstrate that with you guys before we call it a day. So any question so far? Let me check. I can't see your screen. Can you guys see my screen? Can you guys see my screen?
Yes, sir, we can see your screen.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, you guys can see my screen. So Sama, you need to work on your. I think it's on your end. Can you check your device? Okay. So let's just move to responsive design. So I'm
So,
tempted not
are we
to.
going to get the slides?
You have it already.
Oh,
Yeah, so
okay.
this was the I just updated the design. This was the design I did in my first class with you guys.
No, I meant the slides.
The slide, of course, I'll be sharing the slide with you. Sorry, the presentation slide. I'll be sharing the slide with you.
Okay,
Or
thank
it
you,
will
sir.
be placed in the resources for the class.
All right.
So I updated the design. So I brought embed logo here. We must give them a travel destination. And then of course I changed the my grid setting from the margin. I changed it from 70. I increased it to 100, and then I ensure that the color
That please,
I was using
how can I view my design just like what you have on the screen? This sample that you did.
you will
I
go to
want
your
to view
design
my
and
work.
view it. You go to your Figma. You go to your Figma, either the desktop app or the browser, and then you click on it or open it. Okay, it's already open. Let me close it. So once you go to your Figma dashboard. You will see your design. I said you should put all your design in drafts. So you just need to go to, most times it's always been in recent. You get a recent design, but then go to drafts to see your own design. You get, so once you are there, just click. You can right click and open. Yes. So just open it to open. Okay. So it should open. So let's just go to our frame. So that's how you put your Figma design. You get, so
Is
I want
on.
to use a background pattern. Which plugin should I use? Let me just or let me just check for patterns. I know I've used some in the past. So let me just bring random pattern and then put here for zero sections of two pattern. Magic pattern generator. I've used pattern generator. Let me just bring pattern. Then let's not be blank like that. I don't like this. I don't like that. Let me check soft pattern. Let's bring. Remember what I told you about plugins? Yeah, plugins are just add-ons that you can use to enhance your speed instead of me trying to create this from scratch. I need to just look for plugins that can do that. Let me just add the pattern. Which pattern should I add? I think I'm liking this. So I select the rectangle, and then as I added the pattern. So what else can I do? Let me bring the image up, and then let me reduce the opacity. I don't want it to show that much. Okay, oh let me change the color to this. Now reduce the opacity. It's not working the way I want it. Oh, let me use black. And then let's also assume this is what we have, and then let's just we have something white, somewhat white, so that to show well. I think I want to change this as well to white as well. Yes, so let's just go to responsive design. So you need to ensure for responsive design, you need to ensure you are designing for tablets. What's the breakpoint that we have here for tablets? It's 43. Let's check. Okay, we have it 43 here. So you need to ensure. How do you ensure that this design that you have here? Where is my priority? How do you ensure that this design that you have here? So let me just check. Set my priority. Or let me just let me share just the let me just share just the Figma. So I believe you guys can see my Figma workspace, right? How do you ensure that this design that you have here, how do you ensure that it fits well on the for users that are viewing on the tablet mode? So I don't have much time. So I will skip for the tablets. I will allow you guys to do that while I go to mobile. But it should be on. So for the font screen, 337 most times 337. So how do you ensure that this design fits well for users? Being it gets for you as a designer, you have to create the design, or you have to recreate the design on a smaller screen size for the developer. You get, and then it's not the developer that would uh build the websites or the design for people to actually use. So let's just move fast. Um, should I copy? Okay, let me not copy that. So you bring the rectangle. I've not added my grid system. 375, 375, and then align it to the top. 60, maybe 80. So align it to the top. So the logo, I bring the logo. I bring the logo. Cut. Let's go to cut. So I bring the logo, and then for smaller screen size, the logo will be smaller. No, the logo should be smaller, and then I need my grid system. Where's my grid system? So I just go to the mobile view, and then I copy the grid system. As I showed you, I select the two, and then Control C to copy, and then go back to the mockup, and then select the frame and Control V to paste it. So that's how you move your grid. So I want it to be less visible so I can see my design well. 6 for the opacity. So the logo is small. So it's better now. So remember this is 16. I'm using 16 for the margin. The margin is the space to the wall on either side. This is the gutter. This is the margin. These are the margin. This here, and then to the left, these are the margin. But then the space in between the columns. These are the columns here, and then the space in between the columns at the gutter. So that's the logo, and then for mobile view, remember I don't have enough. I don't have all the space to add all these navigation elements or the top menu elements. So what we'll do is use an hamburger, and then one other thing, I need to take note of the color. I need to copy the color from desktop, and then okay, the same color. So to bring out the hamburger menu, remember those are icons. So I said our advice to use Iconify. So now I use Iconify a lot. So bring that with Iconify. I have less than 20 minutes, right? So when you get to Iconify, hiding. Just search menu. Mouse now. So yeah, you can just choose any style that you want for the menu. I'll show you that menu please. I'm supposed to drag it in straight. And then I align it to I ensure it's aligned to I can decide to increase it to maybe 40. Remember what we said on the slide. You need to ensure it's big enough. It's not too small that users will not be able to interact with. You need to ensure that your elements, especially the menu, your buttons, they are big enough to interact with. Let me use 20 for its margin. And then what this means is when user clicks on this menu, this information, all this information here, the home, the travel package, those are the nav menu, the nav or items they will display. It gets there's a design for that as well. So let's bring the image. I just like to copy and paste. Oh shit. And then resize. You get. And then one thing about Figma is especially for the image, once you resize your image, the image scales well, and then as you can see here, the middle is still showing. You get let me hide the text first. Let me hide the text elements. You get for the image for Figma, there are two ways you can do it. I just copied it directly and then I resize the 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 image. You get, and then when you resize in Figma, it fits well such that the middle still shows. You get, so that's one advantage of using Figma. You get, the the middle still shows instead of it just showing one side, it still shows the middle of the image the way it should be. So that's one of the advantages of using Figma. So let me 20 cover that space, and then let me show my text elements as well. The heading first. Let me hide the subheading. So the sizing very important. Uh, what size should we use on desktop? Is 56, but then on mobile we can use 56. There are guides to that, and I believe when we get to design system, you will be taught that. I believe we can use. I can increase it to 40 as well. But the main thing is, it shows well. Let me use 49 height. The main thing is it shows well or it displays well on the smaller screen size. I guess that's that's the main thing. Space to the up, and then let me bring this subheading as well. For this subheading, I believe I can use 16. Maybe two. I can use 16. Yes, and I said something about this decimal points. Let's remove the decimal points. I can increase the just to ensure that it shows well. I can increase the maybe it's 14. Uh, yeah, it's big enough. I was looking at putting decreasing the size. So let's just work with this. And I believe this is too much. The line height is too much. Let me use 30. Do I have double text here? Yeah, I don't have double text. It's obvious. How did I get double text there? Let me use 30. 30 is too small. It's too much. Let me use 26 for the line height. It gets, so as you can see on desktop, the heading text or the title text is 56, but then when the size reduces, of course, it has to reduce as well. You can't possibly use 58 to be too big. You get, and then for the subheading, I was using 25 here, and then one here, uh, 14. So there are guidelines for this. I believe the guidelines will be given to you as we move on in the design in the course of the bootcamp. And for this, this section, let me just ungroup it and then let me use auto layouts. I believe you guys were introduced to auto layouts, right? Let me just use auto layout because I want to move fast. No, that's not auto layouts. Auto layouts because I want to move fast. I don't want to. So let me just copy it and then bring it in. So let me bring that at the top because I don't want to add I don't want to add two images. You get I don't want to add two images. Yes, let me align it and then take this to the top. And then let me now start the margin first. Then that's 24. 14. So this 16. I'm using 16 for the margin. And then let me remove my auto layout. I don't need the auto layout again. And then let me reduce the size. So 16. So 16 for the margin. Okay, so I'm done with that. So for the text, I believe this can be 40 on mobile, or this can be 32. 40 is too good. 40 is not too much. But then let's use 32 for now. And then for this, the smallest should be 16, or you can use 14 case maybe. And then that line height is too much. Let me just change it to auto for now. Okay, close extra space and 30. I believe 50 is good. And then 20. Yeah. So the image can still extend. Should be 16 for the margin. And then let's take it up. And I believe for this image, I can make it a square. Square is better. Oh, height. I should have followed the height, not the width. Oh, that's not still working. Okay, yes. So it will not work. So let's just place it like this 17, 16. So embed design. So let me just get this, bring it down. I was using 50 for the line, for the space 50. So this 50. Oh, let me copy this. Let me remove the formatting first, and then go back and paste it. Yeah, and then one, two, so we can use a fixed height, or can use a fixed width. Can use a fixed width, and then I just leave the line height. There's no count with the line height, and then for this part, what I will do for this part is I will use. Okay, I will still use this same image. I'll still use the same image. If I'm using text, text now should be text, and then it should be. So for this part, is basically showing a gallery. So how does a gallery? How should a gallery appear on the uh, on mobile? Of course, if I want to do it like this, it will be too small. It gets me trying to do it like this. It will be too small. Let me get the three or the four images. I'll allow you guys to do this. So let me get this four images, paste it here, group it, and then rescale it. So putting this like this will be too small. You get if we still want to maintain it in total. 16. That with 340. 343. So 16. Yeah, putting like this will be too small, and then it wouldn't make much sense as such. You get, let's preview. Or let me just do what I want to do first, and then so instead I will use a gallery with a slider here. You get, remember what I said in the slide. You need to consider the different interaction mode. How do users interact with uh how will users interact with your products or your websites on the smaller screen. So one of the feature for the smaller screen, you can use a slider here. I believe you can use a slider for the desktop view as well. But then if you want to use a slider for the desktop view, you need to ensure that the image, just one image appear, and then users can slide as well. There will be elements, navigation elements to move forward or backward. But then since we have bigger screen here, we are not implementing that on desktop. But on mobile, we need to do that because we don't have much space. So how do we ensure that? There are two ways. Either we add our navigation elements and then the icons that they can use to scroll. Let me just add it. Remember, for the icons, we use Iconify. Uh, radio buttons. You need to know your icons by name. So let's just assume it's radio buttons. I know those are not radio buttons. It's not radio button I'm supposed to use. Okay, let me not use radio button. Um, let me use on the baseline. What you just need is this. You get, what you just need is this navigation element here to show that there are more images either to the side, on either side. So let me add this is auto layout and then increase it. How many images do I have? One, two, three, four. So four. And then let me change the color to white, pure white, so it appears well. And bring it. Then what do I need to do again? Change this to ensure that this is the first one you get. So as users slide, this will change. The orange will come here, and then this will be white. And then I've not changed the image as well. So to change the image, just Control Alternate C, and then paste Control Alternate V. Changes the image as well. So, but then this is not the first image. So let's assume they are on the second image. So Control Alternate C, Control Alternate V to paste the second image. There, since our navigator is on the second image. So what this means is there are more on either side, either to the left or to the right, and the user can scroll. And then if you want to give user the elements to scroll, the navigation elements to scroll, uh, both forward or backward. So just search for forward. So what do we have here? I did not say fast forward. Why is it giving me fast forward? This is fast forward. I did not say fast forward. Let me check fronts. I don't think fronts. There's anything on fronts. No fronts. Yeah, it should be forward. Okay, arrow left first. Yeah, so just something like this. Yeah, it's better. So you can just duplicate this. Let me increase the size first. So 40, so that should be big enough. You get. You can use any style. This is just okay. Let me just use this, and then if you want to get the other one, you can duplicate this and change the direction. So you can duplicate this and then change this one two way, flip it, or you look for arrow. You get right to move fast. Again, it's just up to you. Right, things the other direction and then change it. You get. So then let me just okay. Let me ensure that it shows well. You get. So those are some of the ways you can do that. And this part contact us. Let me just bring it. So the you just need to do is change the size of the text, size of the icon. I believe I'm using 50 for that space. So, and then I just copy the style, the text style, instead of me trying to control and C to copy the text style. This as well. Text style here as well. And it feels like we should be sure. I just believe this should be bigger, so let's use like 20 or maybe 18. 18. Yeah, 18 is good. What else? The line height. Let me use 30. 30 is too much. So let me change it. And then the text for this part, 10, 20. So let me use 20 for this. And I don't think 16 is bad either. I just need to change it from, I don't know why I was using medium there. And then the spacing, let me work on the spacing. 20, and then let me bring this guys up as well. I feel like changing the size, right? I think it's okay. 60, 60. Let me change it to 40. Let's see. 40 is small. 50. So since it's locked, it changes the width and height of the icon. What do I need to do? Yes, the spacing is too big, so let me change it to 20. And because I'm not using auto layouts, I kind of prefer it at the middle. Let me change the spacing here as well. What do I have here? 6, 15. And let me use 12. I kind of want it aligned to the middle. So I think it's better that way. Oh, I changed it to 12. Yeah, 15. So let me align. I think I was using 20 for the space between this element. I group this together and then the icon. The space in between them to 20. I reduce it to 20. And then I align them to the middle properly. Kind of want them on the middle instead of to the top. Okay. Or let me use 30 for the space between them. And then that's that for that. For this uh for this input form field, let's bring it in. What did I need to do? 16. I'm using group. So let me just do the lazy and then let me just Let me do it the lazy way and the size of first name. Let me check the space as well. 50, 150. So first name, last name, the size 20. I think it should be 16 because it's on mobile. So the form field as well should change. Let me switch as well. So let me change the corner radius. Let me remove the corner radius. Let me put instead. So what else do I need to do there? Oh, what else? 14.7, 14.7. I'm not particular about this decimal points, but then ideally in your design, you shouldn't have decimal points. Yes, but that decimal point is even for the group. So I don't think I should worry that much. Oh, 16, 16, and then it's aligned. Yeah, it's aligned there as well. Just need to align it as well. And then, so I just need to copy this, Control and C to copy the style, and then select these other ones, and then paste the text style there. That's 16. And for the input field, I was using 50, and then for the height, and then 6 for the corner radius. So 50 for the height and 6 for the corner radius. 50 for the height and then 6 for the corner radius. Uh, 50 for the height and then 6 for the corner radius. The spacing in between the elements, if I was using auto layouts, that would have been straightforward. But I mostly not use auto layouts. I just want to show you everything from the basic first. So let me reduce the spacing between this first, between the name and then the input field itself. So I'm selecting the two together because they are the same thing. So no, okay. Let me do this one after the other. So let me change it to 10. Uh, 10 as well. So I need to do it for the others as well. Okay. I need to do it for the others. So 10 and then 10 as well. And then I'm sure my voice must have gone low. So 10 as well. So corner radius for the okay, I changed that already. So let me just work on the spacing now. So 47, 50, and then let me just select everything together. Like that. This thing is not aligned properly. One. Okay, yeah. That's it. So let me select all the so I want the spacing to be maybe 30. The spacing should be 30. Yeah, 30 is good. And let me bring the button up. 38. Let's see. Let me use 40. And then the text itself. Because I was using group and then I shrink it. That's why it's changed like that. So I was using 6. Let me just align it. And let me use 60 for the button, for the height of the button. And then let me align this properly, both horizontally and vertically. So it stays well. So the middle of the button, 17, 17. That's the its margin to the edge of the button, and then 84 points, blah blah blah. That does not really matter now. And let me reduce the size of this background. Let me up the so there's a little background here. Let me just reduce the size. Then I've used 10 minutes past my time. So let me just do this. Uh, so 50, I'm using 50, 50 for the margin, and then let's reduce this. So 375, I know that's the width of the frame itself. The size of let me just copy this style, and then I will change the color back to the middle, and then I think maybe 50 or 60 is good. So let me change the color back to white. That's at the middle. So, and then this as well. Uh, the size can be 14. Maybe 14 is small. This is 16, and then let's put it at the middle place. And we can increase the width now. So let me just add more. So 30, 30. Let me change it to 14. 16 is kind of big. And then bring it up 20. Now it's between. The line height is too much. So I believe this is better. Should be starting at the top. So the input field itself, 40, 30 is good. Let's increase the size by 37, I believe is good. And then email, so at the middle. Uh, I need to do there as well. It should be, it should be enter email address, enter email address. So I just need to change it as well. Enter email address. So that's about that. And then the button. Uh, Let me increase the size of the button first. Let's use the same width as the input field. And then let's format the text properly back. And show it at the middle. Okay. 22. 22 is not bad for the button, but then let's just use 20. Medium. Let's put it back at the middle. And then let's bring the button up. You can decide to make the button smaller in terms of width. That is totally up to you. So what's its space? I'm not like looking at the exact space. I'm just designing off and like it gets. And then the footer, these guys are not put together. Okay, maybe it's good like that. So they're not put together. Let's bring the background first. Oh, 60, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then the width, 375, 375 for the width. And let's start bringing these elements one after the other. Only amazing. If I was using the auto layout, I would have just put everything together. Let me bring it. And then for the footer, that means we need more space. We go. Uh, 16. 16. Let's start from there first. And then let's bring this guys up 60 for the space. And then I believe this can be bigger. I believe it can be bigger. So the, and then let's recall it 16. Yeah, so the text is 14 already. Maybe this is 12. Or maybe this is 13. 12 is too small. And the line height, uh, there's a way you calculate the line height. I'll be sharing that with you later. Because I'm just using something random. The line height is just the something bigger than the text, not so big, yes. But then you can use anything you want. You just need to ensure that it fits well with your design. That's the main thing. It fits well, and then it's easy for you for users to read. And then these guys, let's bring them here. I believe I can use both on either side, and let's align them. And let's start from 16, which is our baseline. That's the margin, and then let's use 60 space in between them. And 30 is good as the margin to the top. And the size of the text, I believe I can use 18. 18 is good, and this one can be 12. So I select everything together, and then I change it to 12. Yeah, 12. 12 is okay. And I'll be rounding up shortly. This is also footer. So the spacing between these text. Let me use 14. Yeah, 14 is not bad. 14 as well. So that's that. And then the spacing here is too much. Let me just take it up from here. 38. 38 is too much. So let's use 20. And then the last of the final elements. Let's duplicate and then think videos on social media. What's that? So 16. And then we can just easily copy this by control and then paste. So that about his design. So what I just did now is did the responsive design to the desktop view, then is the mobile view. So let's just preview this before we call it before I take position down. I was using 375. So let's preview this 375. The background. Oh my god, no. Divide. Line. That can take 2 minutes. 375,000. I think it's better. So let's just preview. Hold on. So how does it look in mobile view? Load. So any question while we wait for this to load? Do you have any question? So this is the design. This is the design on the desktop view. I know. I believe you guys have access to this file. This Figma works with. It's still the same thing. The last one I used for my last class. this one is not necessary. Get so so why is it not scrolling? This is scrolling. So only the design. I just rush and did on. So any question? So this I just need to bring this thing down. It's everything down so that it will start from the top. But that does not mean. So any question? Do you have any question? Did I do any magic? I can't see your screen. Can you guys see my screen? Yeah, you just scroll now, James. I just scroll it. I just scroll it now. So it's scrollable.
Please, how did you get this phone part?
Yeah, yeah, it's part of Figma. Once they are done designing, once they are done designing, select your go to prototype. Ensure you are clicking. You are not selecting any elements. Just ensure you click on the workspace or the work canvas, and then go to prototype. And then you can see where you can change the screen. The main thing about the screen is ensure that is the size of the screen that you set, like the frame that you use when designing. You get. I use 375. The one with 375. Okay, I use iPhone 13 mini for my design. You get. So in prototype, you need to ensure that your prototype should be iPhone 13 mini as well. You get. If you use iPhone 14 is a bit bigger than iPhone 13, and then it will not display properly. So you need to ensure that it's the same phone frame that you selected, and then once you've done that, select the frame again and then preview. You can either present once it opens in a different tab, or you can preview. Both are the same thing. You get. So that's just it's about that. Bringing out the phone. Any other question? Please ask
Please,
questions.
sorry,
Yes,
I would like to ask, what if I did not use maybe like iPhone 14 or iPhone 13, maybe I did not use any iPhone, I just used a frame, like creating a frame on my own. Can I actually get to this point?
Ensure if you just select a frame, ensure that the width of the frame is the same thing as any that you'll be using. Ensure the main thing is the width. Ensure that if you just use a frame, let me just how can we get more? You get the main thing is you to, the main thing is just for you to ensure that the width of the frame is the same thing uh the phone frame that you want to use to preview it. That's the main thing. You just need to ensure that okay iPhone 14 is 390. Just ensure that the width of the frame that you're using to design 90. That's the main thing. Just
Oh,
um,
ensure that 390. For example, now this is iPhone 13, and then I've changed it to uh iPhone 14 to preview. Let's see what will happen. Let's see what will happen. Let's preview it. Okay, I'm not selecting it right. Okay, yeah. So this is iPhone 14. Scrollable. Just a slight difference. But the thing is, it wouldn't fit properly. Let me change it. Let me change the iPhone to something. Yeah, let me use for iPhone 15 Max. Oh, Figma not improve. Actually, Figma has improved, sure. But then the thing is, that's also the thing. The main thing to take note of. Any um frame that I used to design. I think Figma did the responsiveness itself. You get it fits it properly into the preview device. You get. But then the main thing is just ensure the size of the artboard that you are using. Just ensure is what you are using to preview. That's just that. But then this is nice, sure. I did not I've not checked this before. And then you did see how it scales properly, it just fits properly. When I change it to iPhone 15, let me change it to iPhone 15 Pro. Well, not too many different. But then just need to take note of that as well. So any other question? Any other question? I've used almost 30 minutes extra. Do you have any other question? Ask questions though. Okay, there's a question here. Yeah, it's scrollable. My screen, you guys can see my screen. It's to favor. My screen is showing. I have a question, but I can't see. I can't seem to be able to unmute myself. Okay. My question is while I was practicing on my own, I discovered that when I tried to extend the frame desktop, I was designing. Yeah, we need to tell you this. The thing is, when you are designing, let me go back to when you are designing, you have your elements. Let me ungroup them. Let me ungroup everything. Ungroup, uh, ungroup, ungroup. So let me ungroup this as well. Let me just ungroup all this. Ungroup, ungroup any other group. Oh shit, I shouldn't do that. Okay, yeah. So when you are designing, and then you now want to extend the length of your artboard, since they are not grouped together, some elements will start moving. You didn't see anything move. Are you guys with me?
Yes, yes,
Yes,
yes.
yes, yes, yes.
What moved? What moved?
The send message, this thing moved. So.
Any icon on the button on this button move. So how do you avoid? One way to do it. One way to do that is I believe if you are using auto layouts, yes, you have not taught you auto layouts. That's why. But then if you're using auto layouts for your button, it will not happen like that. One. But then we have not taught you guys auto layouts. So I've added auto layouts to the button. Let's see if it will move again. Have you seen? It's not moving. Some other elements, since they are not grouped together or they are not in an auto layer, some other elements might be moving somewhere on the screen and you might not know. So you need to take note of that. So another way to do it, let me remove the auto layout. Another way to do it, and then let me remove the frame. I believe, let me see if they're in a frame. If they are grouped together in a frame, it will move. Okay, it's not moving in a frame. So use frame instead. The thing is frames and grouping elements with frames and then grouping with group, they have their different advantages and disadvantages. The reason why I use group is that when I extend for frame, wow, okay, frame can extend now. Okay, it extends, but then the text stays the same. There are a lot of updates or there are a lot of improvements that Figma is doing. So use frame instead of group. Group elements that are together, group them together with frames, not groups. So that way when you extend the length or the height of your artboard, everything stays together. And then the easiest way to do it is, let me remove the frame. Let me remove the easiest way to do it. Oh, my button is gone. I don't want to start designing again. Let me undo. Let me just undo. Yeah, so the frame is gone. So let me group it back. So let me group it back and then move this. So the send message is still moving now. So because I've changed it to group. So the easiest way to ensure that everything is intact is when you want to increase or when you want to move, increase the height of your artboard, uh, hold down control. This is in a group now, not in a frame. You get. So let me increase the height. Hold down control and then move. So when you hold down control, everything stays intact. You get. So those are the different ways to ensure that when you increase the height of your artboard, since your element does not start moving up and down on the I'll remove my hand on control to the weight. But then if I put down control, it comes back. You get. So you need to take note of that. So just hold down your control. So those are the different ways. Either you group elements together with frame or you hold down control. So those are the different ways you can increase the height of your drawing board and ensure everything stays intact. So any other question? Yeah, you're welcome. Any other question before we call it a day? So for the yeah, you can just unmute and ask your question. For the
Hello. Good evening, Henry.
yeah, good evening. What's up?
I observed some issues when I was trying to copy a particular photo from the other websites, the website you gave us to duplicate them. I think I was trying to copy, but it wasn't showing that copy photo icon. I don't know if there was a function that caused that issue. I think it was a second photo, the one with those HR people with the laptop there.
Let me check. Let me go to the website. Let me share my screen so you can. Let me just share my entire window. Let's see what is wrong. Why is the photo not copying? Need to copy. Let me just share my entire window. Which photo were you trying to copy that it was not copying?
Yeah, the one directly above the 10,000 participants. Yeah, this one with the HR people. Yeah, this one.
Okay, yeah, the photo is hidden. It's hidden behind the elements. Hidden because normally if the photo is direct, when you click on it and then you when you right click, it should open. Let me check this other one. Okay, have you seen this one? You can copy this one. But this one is hidden other. Probably they use it as a background image. They just use a background image. You get this is the background image. So once this is the background image, you cannot easily copy it. You need to go to the inspect. You need to go and inspect. If you know about development, that's where you can easily get that. And then this is not a programming class. You need to inspect the page you get. So that's how you. But don't since it's just a practice, blah blah blah. You don't need to worry yourself about it. Just get some other image, or you can just screen grab. You can just screen grab, or another tool you can use to screen grab. I believe we all have this thing now. The snipe tool. Most browsers have snipe tool. Where is this element? And focus. Where is my okay, let me just yeah, okay. You can another extension, another Figma extension. Did I say she record? that you can use to get that. Just use your custom screenshots in case you just want to copy a particular section of the custom screenshots to get. You can just copy it and then go back to your Figma and paste. Go back to your Figma and paste. You get. So these are just some tools that you can use to get if you are keen. But then the main thing is the image is background. You get is background. It's not like this one. That's the image is at the top. This is another image. This pattern that you see here is another image, but then they use it as background, and then you cannot get this as well. But then it's an image, you cannot get it because they use it as background. To get it, you need to inspect the page, and I believe that's more of front end development. You get, again. So just don't worry yourself about it. Again. If you want to learn how to scoop image, you can just check online and see. You just need to inspect the page, need to inspect the code, and then see where the image is, and then copy the image. That's the background. That's how to get such. So that's about the image. Any other question? Any other question? Let me remove this.
Recording is on.
And I tried talking to one of my friends. The person said Whimsica is actually good like for fast something. So I don't know your take on it.
Okay. When it comes to design tool, you get when it comes to using a design tool, it depends on you. Which one are you most convenient with? Of course, if you give an assignment and then you decide to use Whimsica, of course, you can use Whimsica to do your UI design. Yeah, there's no problem. Every design is almost the same thing. The main thing is the final results. You still get the same final results you get. So your choice of design tool, you can use Adobe XD, you can use Sketch for those that use MacBook, and then you can use Whimsica, you can use InVision to get, but the final results are always the same thing. Just use anyone that you are confident with. But then a lot of people use Figma. That's why we are using Figma as a design tool to teach you guys. But the final result is the same thing. So if you feel you are more convenient with using Whimsica, you have no problem. You can use Whimsica.
Okay,
Muji, we
thank
want to,
you.
yeah?
Thank you very much.
Um, okay, good evening, everyone. For the question you asked last, I'll say this is my own addition to it. Design tools will always come and go. That's just it. They will always come and go. Before Figma, there was InVision, there was Sketch. Before Figma, there was InVision, there was Sketch, there was Adobe XD. There's still Adobe XD. So design tool will always come and go. So what happens is what matters the most is for you to know the fundamentals, how to align text, the colors, everything. Learning a design tool doesn't take learning a design tool doesn't take more than a day or 2 days. So the best thing is for you to know the fundamentals, how to align, how to add images, just the fundamentals. That's just the best thing. Design tool will always come and go. It's tech evolution. They will always come and go. There's been many before Figma, and there'll still be many after Figma. Figma is not the ultimate. That okay, yes, Figma is the only one we are going to use forever. So people are constantly bringing new ideas, bringing new things. So there are still going to be ones after Figma. So what's okay, do you say the designers have 6 years of experience that been using Sketch or InVision before? Will you say they don't know how to design anymore because the latest trend now is Figma? There are even some organization you go to work with, they'll tell you you have to use Adobe XD, not even Figma. So that's just the design tools will come and go. It's just the fundamentals you have to understand. Understand. So the way you are aligning text won't be different in every other design tool. The way you are using your shapes won't be different. The way you're using, so it's just know the fundamentals. The design tool doesn't even matter at all because the design tool will always come and go. You have different design tools over time. You understand? That's my own contribution.
All right, thank you very
Uh,
much.
any other question? Uh,
Please, there is something I want to ask you. Like on that
Recording has stopped.
trip for the side that we are given to do as an assignment, those there are some pictures that they were able to, would I say, when they do like two bugs, they will do it in a way that part of it will come out on the other box. I don't know. I tried to, do something like that, but I couldn't. I don't know if you can help me. Just show me how they were able to do those pictures on the site, on that tree fort
let,
site.
let's go back to the site and check. Let's go back to the site and check again. So, which picture? Which pictures? Which pictures are you talking about?
Go down. Okay, like this one now. Like, so, hold on here. Like this one now.
Yeah,
Just stop. Hello.
yeah, I'm there.
Okay, like if you watch them now, this one now that is under life cohort, that picture under life cohort, you can
Yeah, beside
see,
it,
no, the one below.
this is the one below.
Yes, this one now. You can see it look like there are two boxes of pictures there, but how were they able to merge it together? Something like that.
Okay,
And
the
this
same
one
thing
to the
as.
same thing. Yes.
But
So you
but
can
but, but
see.
then but then if you still check, it's still one picture, right? It's still one picture. Let's copy the picture. And then let's see. Let's copy. Okay, it's not one picture. It's not one picture. So what did they
Um,
do?
I'm
can
seeing
I
two
explain
hands
how it
there.
was done?
No, of course I know it's done. I just want
Okay.
that. That's also the work of graphic design. They added two pictures. You get they added two pictures. One to the background and then another one to the top. What how is this space here? Is what I'm concerned about now. So let me check the picture again. This picture has everything with the background. So how
So
is
I think the pictures are overlaid in each of the boxes. I think they overlay each other. Look at this woman with the system before her. You see that the picture has actually double. Her hand is doubled if you check it very well. So there is one in this small box and there is one in the bigger box. So that's why it is looking as though they are two. So the one in the smaller box is at the back, while the one in the bigger box is forward. That's why it is. I think that's why it is looking like this.
but let's go back to Figma. That's why I brought the picture to Figma. Look at this picture now. Everything at the background it is everything at the background is there. But when you go back to look at this space here, and it's as if this picture, this one is as if the image was just placed on top of the other, and then the background is not there. And then when you even remove the picture, everything is there. You get. So I just feel it's just trick that they use to do that. I don't really know how they do it because
The
So
the image in front is actually a transparent image. So they created two rectangles, filled it, and arranged it to fit each other like it looks seamless. Then place the transparent image on top of it to make it look give the and get this effect.
so
exactly.
if they place transparent image on it, that means that's the
Yes,
image.
Yes.
the image in the front does not have any background at all.
Yes, it doesn't have any
Yeah,
background. And the two ones in the two rectangles, they are two different rectangles, two different images. Then they aligned made it look seamless as if it was one image.
Exactly,
Then place the transparent
exactly.
yeah.
image on it.
Let me ask my question at last. So if they place the transparent image at the top, as you said, so that means when I copy the image at the top, shouldn't I be copying the transparent image? That
That was
was
the
why
reason. That was the reason I asked that first question because I tried copying the image at the top too. It was not working.
So shouldn't I be copying the transparent? So another way to do, like I said, we just need to inspect the page. So I don't think that was all they did. Yes. So we need to inspect the page and then let's see how they actually were able to. Maybe we can get an idea. Please, this is not part of the UX design, blah blah blah. So I believe if you have any other question, you can ask, and then if you don't have, you can. I believe you can drop off. There's no problem. But then let me see if I can get that. Where are you, body? And then the body. Yeah, I'm still within shadow. Then, then this. Yeah, I'm seeing the container. Oh, it's not part of the container. It's not. So this is where it's not even here. Then I can inspect this page. Then I can inspect this page. They must have used like it's like we can see here. They must have used some external this thing to connect it. VMaker container blah 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 style. You get they must have the image is not directly on the website. They must have connected it from an external source. You get. I was like, if it's on the site directly, I should be able to view it from here. But then this is just all of what we have there. If I go out of it, that's another section of the website. Oh, okay, let me check. This is, them. I don't, I don't think I can inspect this page. You get. So that's front end, blah blah blah. I'll need time to check it properly. I don't think I don't want to do that now. But then that's another either it was added externally. But then this image, they're not overlapping each other because if the image is overlapping, then when I copy it, I should be getting I shouldn't be getting this. I shouldn't be getting this image. This one image. I should be getting the one at the top. Transparent, like you guys said. Yeah. Any other question?
Sorry, I would like to ask. There's based on this page also. There's this place that has
Is it
frequent questions. Just yes, frequent questions down.
FAQ done.
Yes, yes, yes. Just straight down. Yes.
This section, right?
No, no, no. Yes, this section. Yes.
Yeah.
You know,
So what's
there's
up with
actually
it?
like all this like this thing down. Who is tread for all this thing? Like how is it done? Like you don't understand. Do you understand what I'm saying? A drop down arrow, then a question is popping up again.
Yeah, I believe we can even do this in Figma. Yeah, we can do this in Figma. Let me get that with it. We can do this in Figma.
Hello, Harry.
I can hear
Hello,
you.
Harry. I believe if you continue like this, we're going to end the call in the next 3 hours. You guys should pity the instructor. Everything you see on this website was just a tester. You get all these things. We are going to teach you everything. You get there's as the bootcamp goes, we have what we call atomic design framework where we teach you all the UI elements and everything and how to create them and stuff like that. Even these frequently asked questions will teach you how to create everything. So you guys, I understand you guys. I understand we just want to catch up everything, but The class is for 2 hours, for even 1 hour 30 minutes, and the instructor has actually done 2 hours 20 minutes, even 2 hours 30 minutes. You get so I don't know. I'm sorry, I'm coming in. You get so if you have any other questions, I would prefer you come up in the next class or you put it on the Slack. We'll attend to it from there. So the person
So
that
how
asks their frequently asked questions, just chill, take a deep breath. We teach you everything how to create this, and when we teach you, you find out that it's very easy. You start creating a different style, anyone you want. You get so we teach you everything.
yeah,
So
even this one we can do this in Figma. You get
yeah,
this one is
yeah. You get so I'm just saying this because of the instructor. He just needs to go and rest, and he still have another class tomorrow. You get
thank you,
so
Morgan.
so Henry, I appreciate you. So I don't think for now any other questions should be forwarded to the Slack channel or send a mail. Uh, the rest assured that everything you see on the website or on the mobile app, we teach you everything and we'll give you all the necessary resources we need to give to you. So what we want you guys to do, just like he
Yeah, so
did
I'll
for
be sharing
you.
on the
Yeah,
uh
like he did now. He actually gave you the slide and is giving you a link for for that study. So we still employ you to do your own personal research to actually complement all what we are teaching you and stuff. So Henry, I don't know if you have any other stuff to discuss. So I will just give one uh, one announcement and we'll call it today. Any other stuff from your end?
no, that's all from me.
Okay, thank you so
No.
much. Okay, thank you so much. Please, in 30 seconds, let me just make an announcement. A lot of people have submitted their assignment. Some of you guys have not submitted. I know you're kind of busy and stuff. The reason why we're giving you assessment from the beginning of the boot camp is for you to practice, 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 so that when you get to the 8 weeks of the boot camp, you become a pro. You get that aside. Some are submitted, and we actually taught you guys how to give access to your Figma file. And a lot of people did not give access. That was why most of your work have not be be marked. Please, if you know you've submitted and you've not received your mark, try go back to your Figma file and give access to your file so that before on Sunday or Monday you will receive your mark.
Do
Please, please,
they
please.
have you explained how they can do that? How they can
Yes, the second day, Muji taught them how to release file, how to give access to file.
okay. So just ensure can view when you're sharing, ensure that you can view.
Yeah, so if you have any issue, just reach out to us. We'll let you, we'll attend to you. You guys have tried being on the call for 2 hours, 30 minutes, and also the instructor has, been on the call for more than 2 hours, 30 minutes. So you need to rest. Thank you so much, guys, for coming on board. We'll see you tomorrow. We'd like to
Okay.
speak.
Okay.
Please, I know you would like to speak. We'll speak to you tomorrow. Thank you so much. Bye bye.